Alright, the next step is to begin creating the emails and the text message that goes out, and the whole flow, the whole journey is how Autopilot calls it. To do that, we click on the Journeys button. Here we click on the Create a New Journey. Let's cancel this. There it is. Now it's working. So click on New Journey, and this creates a journey creation page. So now we give it a name. Auto, email, and SMS response. So the way journeys work, there's a trigger, what starts the journey, actions, what happens, what happens in the journey, and conditions. Should different actions happen based on certain conditions, right? Okay, so the first trigger is a form being submitted. So on this page, I have two forms. I have this one here for the newsletter, which I don't want to add, and then I have a test form, which I do want to add. So the first step is to copy the URL of the page where you want to track a form. And then let's go back and find the form submitted trigger. So the trigger is form submitted. So every time a form gets submitted, it triggers this journey to begin. So now we click on this, click on track form, and we track a form. Example gutter quote. And the URL of the form where it's located, which is what we just copied. Follow the form's existing workflow, recommended, ignore any existing workflow, and get to a URL, false. So we want the form to keep working as it's supposed to, and so we'll leave that on. Continue. It's going to scan this whole page, and it's going to look for forms. And let's wait till it finishes up, and then we'll see what it gives us. Looks like it's still going. And it's done. So now, as you can see, it found 1, 2, 3 different forms. This one here, the third one, is the first name, email, and then the honeypot. That's going to be my top right one. Then it found 5 fields: comment, author, email, URL. Where is that coming from? That's the comment one at the very bottom, right here. We don't want that one. We want the one that asks for mobile phone, email, and service. Where is it? It's the first one. All right. So your name, as you can see, is your name. Your email is right here. Telephone is right there. And this menu 284 is the drop-down option. So we want to keep this one and click on continue. But if you have the same form on every single page of your website or many pages of your website, and you want it to work on all of them, this tracking and this automation, then definitely select if this form is detected on any other tracked pages, capture them too. I only have it on one, so I'll leave it off. I click continue. Now we have to map out these fields with existing fields within Autopilot, because we'll be using this data in the emails, right? So your name is already mapped out, email is already mapped out, telephone is not mapped out. So let's see if there's a telephone option here. Mobile, there it is. Now there is a menu 284, which is my choose service option. So I click on here, and I don't see a services option, do I? So we want to add this. It's a custom field. So click custom, add, we call it services, and it's a text field. Boom. Continue. Add to shape. Now, as you can see, the example form is selected and assigned to this trigger. Next, when a form is submitted, we want it to, number 1, send an email, and number 2, send a text message. So how do we do that? Well, we look for actions. Here they are. Send email, grab it over here, drag it in here, and send SMS, drag it over here. And then we want to connect them. As soon as the form is submitted, send the email and send the SMS. How easy is that? All right. Then we click on the email. We click create new email, and you can give it a name. Gutter quote email number 1. We can start from a blank or we can start from a template. I like to start from a blank. To be honest, I think it's the best to always use a blank template and always use a very simple email. Text only. Why? Because text only emails come off as genuinely, manually hand-sent emails. When you have this email with all these graphics and all these beautiful template design, a lot of people can ignore them thinking they're just, more marketing stuff, spam or whatever they get in the inbox. So I find that it's always best to start with a blank template and use a basic editor. So continue. And here we are. Nice, simple, basic editor. Number 1, we want to set the subject. RE as like a response. Gutter, your gutter cleaning quote. Name, you can change it. Email, you can change it to a different one. Alright, it's automatically set to your default one, and you can even add additional people who receive the email, and you can change the email that the response is sent to. Okay? I'm leaving it the same, and now we can put together an email. Hello, and we want to be very personalized because we don't want to waste time making it not personalized and them thinking it's just some random email they got. So we always want to personalize it with information that they submitted in the form. We can do that by using tags, personalization variables. So click in here, and I know that we mapped out, remember when we first added that form, we mapped it out to first name. So boom, hello first name. This will automatically replace the email first name section here with their name. I or if it's a big company, we, I just got your request for a free quote. I would love to get one over to you, but I just, your help, answering a few simple questions. Can't spell today. Alright, and then maybe a nice ordered list, how many stories is your home, how many sides do you have gutters on, are your gutters open or do they have guards on them, when was the last time you had them cleaned, and there's a few more, but just for example's sake, I'm going to leave it here. Get those over to me as soon as possible, and I'll have your quote finalized and sent over. I look forward to winning your business. Thank you, Bob. I'll say David. Gutter Cleaning Co. Phone number. Email. Whatever, and then maybe it's always nice to add a nice little logo. So you can click on image upload and you can choose some random logo. I have this random one I'm working for a client, so I'll just put that in there. I'll shrink it. Boom, how great is that? Publish. Add email to shape, and look at that, we have our email ready. You can track replies in here, or change it, or edit the existing emails. Tracking replies simply shows you when somebody replies within this dashboard here, and it also allows you to make actions and conditions based on replies. Like if they didn't reply within 3 days, do this. We're not going to go into that right now. We're just doing simple form submission. All right. Let's do the same for texting. We click on text. By default, they're going to use their default Autopilot account Twilio number. We do not want to do that. Why? Because we will not receive their responses. We have to use our own Twilio account. And to do that, we click on Connect a Custom Account. United States, you choose your country, connect custom account. Remember I had asked you to save the account SID and authentication token? This is why. Now we're entering it here. So I had saved the ID, and now we paint the authentication token in there. If you don't remember how to find that, you go to your Twilio account, click on Settings, and I have to authenticate real quick, so I'm gonna pause the video while I do that. Alright, now that it's authenticated, here is the auth token, which goes in here. To see it, click on the I. I'm not going to show it to you, as you don't want to show this to anybody because they can get access to your accounts. But copy that in there and click connect. I'm going to pause the video until I finish that as well. Alright, once you click save, you'll see the settings, and then you can go back to the journey. So I close that screen now so you don't see the authentication token. And then we can go back to the journey. We can click on the send SMS, and now we can find all the numbers that we have in there. Cool, right? So I'm gonna leave it on the default, but you should select the number that you set up in Twilio. Alright. Then we make a message. I like to just copy the email one, but just make it as short as possible. So I close that, come over here, paste it in here, and try to make it as short as possible. Yeah, remove that. The questions are important, but as you can see, the numbering is gone, so I'll add dashes. Oops. Get rid of all the spacing. Hello, first name. Okay, I just got your request for record. Let's get one what I need to. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, this is good enough. All right, now I click close. Now it's saved. As you can see, it's all here. Make sure they're connected. And once that's done, we click Publish Journey. I'll do it later. And we are officially live. Now, this is a basic form submission, send email, and send SMS message. Now, if this is all you need, you're good to go and you can start testing. And I'll show you how to do that in the next video. But for those of you who have a little bit more complicated pages or forms, let's look at that example. Look, I have a choose service, right? And if they choose gutter cleaning, then that's one set of questions. If they choose repair, that's another set of questions. And if they choose installation, well, now I can't even give them a quote. I gotta set up a on-site estimate. So that should receive a different message, right? So how do we do that? Well, we can do that with conditions. So I'm gonna go ahead and close these out. I'm gonna close this and close this. I'm gonna put these up here because they're for cleaning. Now I need another one for installation and another one for repair, right? It's a different message for each service. So how do I route them properly? Well, we use conditions. All right, let's go to conditions. As you this is actions. We need conditions. Here it is. All right, check field. So this condition will check the field. Okay. We're gonna add two conditions. So connect the first one to the first check field, and so it's going to start off by going and doing this check first. So what do we do? If field, which one are we looking for? The service field, right? This is a field that we care about. If field equals gutter cleaning, then send, if it, yes, send to this email, And if yes, also send this text. So I want to zoom out real quick just to give you a better picture of how this works. So as you can see, these are two separate actions, and they're only going to work if this field is true. Meaning, if services equals gutter cleaning, then send in this message. Now, if no, if this check fails to be proven true, we want to check the next one. And what's the next check? Let's see. Gutter repair. Okay. So, if the field services equals gutter repair, then we send this message. If it's yes, send this message, and if it's also yes, send this text message. As you can see, they're both separate actions. All right. Lastly, we have installation. Now you might be thinking, why didn't I add a third condition? Well, think about it. If it's not gutter cleaning, and if it's not gutter repair, then it must be gutter installation, right? There's no other option. So then if this one is also no, then send installation email and send installation text message. So let's walk through this again. The form is submitted. It triggers this journey. The first step in this journey is to check if the field is gutter cleaning. If it is, send these two messages, and then we stop. If it's not, continue to the next check. It checks the field service. Does it have gutter repair? If yes, send this message and send this message. And stop. If it's not, then move on to the last message, because now it must be gutter installation and gutter repair. Now I'm not going to write all these emails right now, but I will make a slight difference so we can see in the test that it is working. So click on this one and click new email. We're going to call it gutter repair email. Click continue. RE your gutter repair quote. This is the other editor. It's also kind of nice, but I prefer to use the other one, but I'll show you. You just drag in what you want to do. Add text. All right, no problem. Hello. Hello. Merge tag. First name. This is your gutter repair quote. Blah, blah, blah. Thanks, David. Publish. Add to email. The message. Hi, I just got a request for a free gutter repair quote, right? So we'll just leave it at that. And this one is, hey, just got your request for a free gutter installation quote. And then the email, we can do, nope, we don't want to edit it, we want to add a new one. Call it gutter installation quote. Alright. Subject, RE, your gutter installation quote. Now what do we do? Hello. And who we're talking to? We're talking to first name. Hello, Bob, Dan, whoever. You requested a gutter installation quote. I can help. Blah, 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 blah. Thanks, David. Gutter installation. Go. All right. Publish. Add to email. Boom. Now we have this one, gutter repair email, gutter installation email, and gutter quote email, which is the cleaning one. We click publish. I'll do that later. We are done. Now it is time to make sure this is all working by submitting the form on this site, which is being tracked. That will be this last video, and then yeah, we can see if it's working.